Good morning. We're speaking to Soh Wai Ching this morning. He is, of course, Asia's top tower runner, and he has just been confirmed as the new Guinness World Record holder for the greatest vertical height stair climbing in 1 hour. Congratulations, first of all, Wai Ching. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. And
Now,
good
how
morning,
does
everybody.
how does it feel to finally have a world record under your belt?
Was good. That was one of my checklists to have my name in the Guinness World Records book. I'm glad to have it recently. And yeah, next upcoming project gonna be a bigger one.
Wow,
Already planning
more
for a bit.
record, like you're gonna break your own record.
I'm gonna try to break my friend's record, which is the fastest time to reach 1.6 kilometer, which is 1 mile hike.
Right.
And then I want to do it within an hour to break my own record as well.
Oh, I see.
So it's like a double record in one attempt. I'm planning to do that now.
How does this work though? I mean, like you had the Guinness guy right there looking at you, and then he's doing all the checking and everything.
Yeah, it should be like that originally, but because I would say because they are not allowed to fly into Malaysia.
Oh,
during
COVID,
this
right.
moment. So there will be called it virtual adjudicator.
Oh.
So and actually we submitted all the evidence, video evidence and all the documents needed by them, where there's a witness sign on it to make sure that I really climbed the whole thing. Then only they will approve it after they check all the documents that we submitted to.
Okay. So normally for a Guinness World Record, someone has to be there from the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, someone from Guinness World Records must be there to witness. I mean, that would be better. You straight away you can get the certificate instead of waiting until everything's confirmed.
In your case, you have to wait, is it?
Yeah, my search should be here today, waiting for that.
Oh, your set will arrive today, is it?
Yes.
Okay, but
yes.
now it's confirmed. Your name is in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, it's already on the website. You can check there.
That is cool.
Greatest vertical height stair climbing in 1 hour.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit more about tower running, Wai Ching. Is it just running upstairs?
Yes. Tower running is like you're running up the stairs, use the shortest time to reach the top, then you're considered the winner. But we flag off individually. Unlike other road running races like marathons, they all flag off massed out like 1,000 people, 2,000 people, they went off like that. But we is like individually go into the stairs because the entrance to the stairs is narrow. So we cannot have so many people going at one shot, then it's like very dangerous. And we carry a timing chip. So there's a sensor at the start and at the end. So you can detect your time, how long the time you take between the 2 points. So that time will count as a winner. So when you're running up the staircase or walking up the staircase, you don't know whether you are leading or not leading. So that's the beauty of the sport. You have to constantly put in the effort to reach the finishing line as fast as you can. So yeah. Because for those road running races, if everybody run together, when you're running, you know whether you are leading or not, whether the guy behind you is very fast, so you can slow down to still win it, or you can pick up. It's up to you. So I would say that for tower running sport is a much more competitive sport, and it presents the the sportsmanship, because you have to give your best no matter what. Which in line with what we are doing right now in our daily life. We have to push, we have to give our best on everything.
It's like you're competing against yourself in many ways.
Yes, competing within yourself, and also your timing will be compared with other runners, other tower runners, to see who's number one, who's the fastest.
But because you can't see the other person, you're like mentally you just want to keep going, right?
Yes, because we flag off different on a 30-second interval or 10-second interval. So you never know whether someone behind you is leading or you are leading. You don't know all that. So you have to constantly put in the effort.
Is it better to start first then, or start at the end when you can know everybody's timing?
Oops. We usually we have an elite flag off, so they arrange according to the ranking. Like so I'm like currently world number 2, so usually I will flag off. They rank according to capability. So it won't like reasons you or not like, during
Wai
the
Ching,
Sorry,
running
Wai
up,
Ching.
Wai Ching,
like,
you're breaking up.
Yeah, the connection is not good.
uh-huh.
We couldn't hear you just now. You were
You
breaking
want
up.
me to repeat?
Yeah. Oh, you're still
Oh,
breaking
now
up
you're
right now.
frozen.
You're completely frozen right now.
Mm.
Are you using the Old Town connection?
Wi-Fi
Great.
or
So we were at Bel
okay?
asked
Let me
yeah.
ask. I'll ask. Okay, so is it better to go first then? If that's the case, so no, is it better to go last so that you can know everyone's timing and then you can aim to beat those timing?
There are good and bad for going first or going at the end. So usually the stairs, for example, is a 70 stories building. So if you go in the end there, you will still don't know their time because you like 15-second gap or 30-second gap, you are still preparing yourself. So and also while running up, you never know how the staircase looks like and how you're gonna gauge the effort to make sure you break the time. So it's very hard to know everybody time before you flag off, even though you are at a later stage. But flag off earlier, they got the advantage because you won't block by any other people. You have your own empty staircase, fresh air. So it's like you got
Fresh
the best
air.
of both worlds.
Yeah, because
Because
it's in a small space. You're breathing everybody else's air as well, right? Yeah, you're right.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
so it depends on the stairs condition. Some stairs they got the aircon, some don't have. So some got better ventilation. So it's very subjective. And I prefer to start at the second or third because you got someone in front, a target for you to chase.
Mm.
Let's say there's a 15-second gap. So you keep on, you can run and you see them, then you got the motivation to put even more effort to chase.
Right.
To
So in a way,
chase
if
down the
you know
furthest
if
one.
you overtake him, that means you're doing well. In a way.
Yes. Yes. That's
But
one
for
good sign.
but for your world record feat, you were doing it all by yourself, weren't you?
Yes, all my own effort. Like
Mm.
I'm actually running on using a metronome. You know metronome, like
Yeah,
tick,
yeah.
tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick.
yeah.
Yeah.
People
So
use for piano, right?
yeah, I use it for my training.
Also, you know
because
exactly how. Oh, that's how you pace yourself. I see.
yes, because that's how I know I can pace well. I can know that this pace I can sustain for 1 hour. Then I will achieve my optimum height instead of going too fast in the beginning or going too slow in the beginning. So you will lose that distance in the end. If you start off too fast, you might KO in the end. Or if you start off too slow, you might need more time to catch up the distance. So it's
Right.
good that you find out using the metronome because I understand the whole stairs, the cost. I know like how many steps for first flight, second flight, third flight, fourth flight, entire building. So I can use the metronome. I know I'm going 2 steps at one time. So with how many beats per minute, I can know exactly how many minutes I need to complete the whole thing.
Mm.
So all these are calculation actually. But it's also based on your fitness, your capability, whether you are able to sustain that effort over 93 stories building, something like that.
93. My God.
Now, actually, watching in an article I read that you said you take the lift too. So is tower running just going up the stairs, not going down?
No, it's going up only because going down is very dangerous. Like you might fall, you might trip, and people who want to win, they will risk everything. They will jump all the way from the top to the bottom. So it's very dangerous. So we only encourage people to walk up the stairs. You have no way to cheat anyway. You still have to go up all the time, no matter how fast you can jump. It's a long way, so you cannot jump at a very fast pace in the very beginning. Yeah, so it's quite technical to explain the tower running sport because every building is different. The staircase
I was just
itself,
about to
turning
ask
left
you
or
that.
turning right, whether there's a handrail. Yeah.
Do you generally run in the fire escape route or how does it work? Where do you guys
Yeah. Usually it's a fire. I run in the stairs in the hotel is next to the bomba lift.
Yep.
So I took the bomba lift and come down.
Okay.
So that I won't disturb the residents or the hotel people. Then I'll just take the lift down, and then the lift is near to the staircase, so it's fast. I need to have a fast lift because that's the time that I need for my rest, like 90 seconds from 66 to ground floor. Then I can, so that I will have more time to climb in 1 hour because the hour also count. Also, the lift coming down, the time also included in the hour. So that's a challenge.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not separate.
Because it's not possible to keep climbing upstairs for 1 hour unless you have like 1,000 flight of stairs or
God,
1,000
1,000
floors.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Burj
So-
Khalifa would be a better idea, actually better place to do it actually. Because I think I climbed 2.5 climb, I can finish, I can break my current record. I mean, if it's Burj Khalifa, rather than going
How many
4
floors
times in
is
4
Burj
seasons.
Khalifa?
160 over floor. But the height
Oh.
is about, I think, 600 over meter, I think. I need to go and check. I haven't been there. I
Good
mean, I never
God.
been to the stairs before.
Okay,
I've
all
been to so
right.
many countries.
What about like every building? Sometimes the step is higher, some are lower, and everything.
Yes.
Does that come into play?
Yes, that is a very important factor for us because we normally train. I mean, in different countries they have a different standard step height. So
Yes.
in Malaysia, it's about 15 to 17.5 cm per
Never
step.
knew that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good to know that we usually go 2 steps at one time. At some point, we can go triple steps, like 3 steps at one time. If the step height is short, it's like 15 or below 15 cm, we can go 3 steps eventually. The toughest one that I raced so far is in Taipei 101. One step is about 22 cm. So times 2 is 44 cm. So it's very damaging to us. Like really take a lot of our energy.
So you're
from the very
hopping most of the
beginning.
time.
We going 2 steps at one time using the railing to hold ourselves up, to pull ourselves up.
My God.
Are you able to
so-
just take one step at a time?
That's gonna, I mean, it's not efficient in a way because you have more rotation, the movement you have more, not efficient, and then it wastes a lot of energy and you're not able to sustain long and you are not as fast as the other guy who's doing 2 steps at one time. So the best method is still 2 steps at one time. Now the
Okay.
challenge is how fast you can go at 2 steps. I mean 2 steps at one time, how fast you can go, the metronome. So the faster you can go over a long journey, that means you are the best. You are the fastest.
Wow.
So that's a challenge.
I'm actually curious to know, how did you get your start in tower running?
So I'm actually a runner last time, like a 5 km, 10 km runner. So I'm considered one of the fastest runner, 10K runner in Malaysia. My friend challenged me for this tower running event. So 3 years back, I joined the KL Tower International Tower-a-thon Challenge, run up the KL Tower. So I accepted his challenge. He's a good friend of mine. We always run 10 km on the road. So he lost to me. He's a veteran guy, Scottish. From his name is Jeffrey Rose. So he wanted to challenge me for the stairs. Like he was the veteran champion for the KL Tower International Tower Challenge back in 2015. So I accepted his challenge. The one who loses gonna wear a pink color skirt on the next run. Yeah. So he liked to tease me because I always I like to tease him also. So then I accepted his challenge, and I'm a sports science graduate from UM. I apply what I've learned into the sport. So I took a month time to prepare for this KL Tower competition, and then with 1 month time, and I eventually came back second fastest on the race and be the best Malaysia. I lost one Kenyan. So then with that, it kickstart my journey. Like I'm the best in Malaysia, so why not go outside and challenge those world-class tower runners to see
So
where
it
I stand.
was your first try and you became Malaysia's number 2 tower runner.
No, that my second try. One try I had it back in 2014, but that time I wasn't that good because I just started the sport like running. So I run a 10K in about 40 minutes or 39 minutes last time, but now I'm running at 33 minutes 10 km. So then with that KL Tower second tower race I joined, I got second overall but best Malaysia.
Wow.
How long did it take for you to climb up KL Tower again?
KL Tower for me, if it's just a stairs part, is about 8 minutes 30 seconds.
8 minutes. Because I did this challenge before, right? Someone challenged me to do it. It took me 3 hours or something.
No, cannot be 3 hours. I went and checked. The slowest time was like 2 hours. Cannot be 3 hours.
No, it took me forever.
He walked.
I
walked step by step,
It was
I think.
horrendous. I did it. I started in the day. By the time it came out, it was night. It was just horrible. My God, 8 minutes.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think the railing is like full of sweat and all sorts of things. The condition is quite terrible.
Oh my God.
Now, how different it is then, because you have trained before for like the normal marathons, the 10Ks and whatnot.
Yeah.
How different is it to train for the normal runs compared to the
Compared to the
tower
stairs.
runs? Yeah.
So tower runs, the difference between tower run and run is that tower run is going upwards, so run is going straight. So going upwards, you are against the gravity. That's one thing. And then second thing, there's a lot of turn while going up. So your momentum will keep on break up by the turn. So you have to use the railing, and there's some technique as well for tower running. I mean both running also there's some technique. Because running you have to run at a much better biomechanics, so that you run in a much efficient way, and then you can hold the pace for a long journey. Also walking up the stairs is considered high intensity sport. You burn double the calories on the same time, like 10 minutes the stairs step by step versus walking on a park or jogging on a park. The calorie burn for walking up the stairs is double with the same time comparison, like 10-minute comparison.
So do you train
the line
do
is
you
not
train differently for your tower runs and than you do for your runs? Do you have to
Sorry?
train both?
Yes. You still have to train both, because I would say endurance wise, running on the road for 1 hour, that would be good, beneficial for your cardiovascular endurance. You need that. But walking up the stairs at easy pace is still a good training as well. Like the longest I did was 600 floor or even 900 floor. I did it before. So like in one go, I trained 900 floor. So that's the longest session I've been through.
Just walking, or you're running at your really fast
no,
pace out 900 floors?
Walking up
Okay.
easily. Yeah, while chatting with friends sometimes, or listen to podcasts, something like
And
that.
that's training. This walking up is training enough.
Yeah, walking up is considered one of the training, because
Oh.
actually we don't run if it's a tall building. If it's like 80 floor, 90 floor, we can't really run the whole thing. So we have to walk as fast as we can. And then we know we can sustain that pace for that journey. So it's like a 70 stories building in Dubai. I did it in 8 minutes, 7 minutes 59 seconds for 7 minutes for 70 stories building.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're faster than the lift then.
It depends on whether the lift will stop a lot. Then I may faster than the lift.
Oh my God. Faster than a speeding lift. Okay, yeah, that's it.
But has there been any
Yeah.
mishap while you were training? Have you ever missed a step and then, fallen, hit
Ooh.
your shin? Have you ever
Yeah,
gotten
yeah.
dizzy just going up round and round?
Going up so far, no dizzy for me. Accidentally, like I tried to lift up 3 steps, so I might accidentally hit the edge of the stair, but I didn't fall because I hold on the railing. So it prevent me from falling. So it's considered quite safe, and yeah, but all good so far, no issue.
How many years have you been doing tower running in total?
3 years 8 months, 3 years 7 months. Yeah.
And already you have a world record. So you have no injury yet
No.
from tower running.
Actually, going up the stairs is a much more safer sport compared to running or compared to other sports. Because going up the stairs, imagine you are lifting up your legs and then you land on the step. The distance between your feet and the leg is with the step is very close. So the impact is definitely very, very less, very, very minimal. While when you're running on the road, when you float on the air and then when you land, the moment you land is 3 to 4 times your body weight land on one leg. So that impact is much heavy towards your knee, towards your ankle, or towards your back. And the way you run might not be might not be good. So you might overstriding. So you land on your heel. So it's like that causes a lot of braking force. So it's actually quite dangerous. Some more you run on the tar road. The impact won't be absorbed by the road, but indirectly hit back to your body. But walking up the stairs is super, super safe. No one ever complained to me that they got any injury while running up the stairs.
I always imagine knees to be a big burden on the knees, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually not. Going up the stairs, there's a myth. People will always thought that okay, you're still young, that's why no injury to you. Actually, is not a right. I would say is a myth. In tower running sport, world number 3 currently right now is a German guy, 52 years old, and he has been doing tower running for the past 10 years. So, and 52 years old, world number 3. So I foresee myself I can go at least until 50 years old. I'm now 26. I got another 24 years to go. So this sport is actually a long way, I would say.
Wow. Because I remember like old people, when they have knee problems, they say, oh, cannot climb them upstairs, because it's really painful on the knees.
Yeah.
And
especially when you have when you have a pre-injury, or when you have the injury while walking up the stairs, you feel pain, then you shouldn't do it. But if you walk up the stairs, you got no pain at all, then you should continue and do it.
So
Because
it
walking
doesn't
up the
cause
stairs,
pain. I see. Okay.
yeah, walking up the stairs also build your balance. Like, for your information, a lot of elderly, they pass away because they're unable to balance themselves, and then they fall and then they are hit on something, and then they just pass away like that. So walking up the stairs build your lower leg muscle to handle your whole body weight, and at the same time you can use the railing to as a backup to balance yourself. So it's a super good spot for everybody. I always advise people to try and go the stairs.
so would you say it's like a total body workout because you have to use your upper body as well to
Yes.
sort of pull yourself up?
Yes, because you use your abdominal muscle as well to connect your body, to connect your upper body, so that you won't slouch to the front or fall to the back when you walk up the staircase. And also you use the railing. You can use both both arms on one rail as well. So I would say it's very safe and it's weatherproof. Raining, thunderstorm, whatever, you still can use the staircase.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Interesting
And it's free.
observation.
And it's free 24/7. If you're living in a condo, that staircase is super safe.
That
And
is
then you
true.
got guarded. You don't need to worry about the car behind you or someone gonna rob you from back. So it's so safe. And then you can listen to music. You can listen to podcasts. Listen to LITE FM. So convenient. Seriously, I mean,
But I
listen
mean,
to
yeah,
FM.
one thing you can hurt yourself with when you're running up the stairs is hitting your shin, because that's what my daughter did. She ran up the stairs and she slipped and she hit her shin on one of the stairs.
Yeah, that's one of the thing when you are not paying attention and you just run up, something like that. And also, we might also hit our chest, our rib when we do a turn very fast turn,
Right,
because
right.
the railing is like connected to the top.
Mm-mm.
So when you hold the railing and then you hold at a much further place, when you want to do the turn, you might hit your chest.
Right, right.
I hit a few times before, but you have to be careful with that. But for us,
Okay.
because we want to chase the metronome, therefore we try to rush.
You push
Yeah.
it,
For
right?
normal people, you won't hit it one.
Okay. Now, out of all the tower runs that you've run in, right, around the world, which is your most memorable one?
The memorable one, I think, is the Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
You went up the Eiffel Tower. Nice.
Yeah, I went up twice. 2018, 2019. Supposed to. I mean, this year they canceled the race when I
Unfortunately,
was there. Yeah, when I was at the airport, only they told me they canceled the race.
Oh
At the
yeah. So you went all the way.
Paris
Right. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
was there already like 3 days back. So then I received an email connected to the Wi-Fi. Then they say, "Oh, the event is cancelled." I was like,
Oh,
"Okay,
no.
No.
fine." Yeah. So Eiffel Tower is a good one because the stairs is open air. That's one thing. Ventilation super good, but very windy up there.
Mm-mm.
The race almost got cancelled because the wind up there is very, very strong. So the organizer delayed the event for 1 hour. Then we only can go up. And also it's live stream. My mom and my dad and my brother, they all wake up early in the morning, like 3 a.m. to watch me run up the stairs
Right.
live. So because we
Wow.
running at night time, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. like that. Also individual flag off. So it's very, very special to me.
And all the blinking lights on the Eiffel Tower, right, at night.
Yes, it's only limited number of people. It's only 130 people can qualify. I mean, got selected to run. I'm the only Asian like representative to be there. Others are all Masalay. Like wow, everybody is like different. I'm the only Asian. So yeah, I got number 4 last year. Too bad, almost got to the podium.
It's okay. There are plenty more chances for you to get.
Yeah,
on
you
the
said
podium.
24 more years to go, man.
Yeah, that's right. Still long way. Still long way.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, wow. Now I feel like I want to go tower run.
Right,
on
exactly.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
Oops.
you should try. Yeah, even the Empire State Building was good as well.
You've been up the Empire. Wow.
Yeah,
but
the place where
stair is very small, though, right? Empire State.
Yeah, Empire State Building actually not so good because they flag off wave by wave, so it's like 10 people, 10 people, 10 people like that. So it's not so good. Everyone have to like quickly search into the staircase.
Yeah.
Squeeze into the staircase.
And it's
so
a really
quite
small
challenging.
staircase. Yeah.
Okay.
The only difference is that because it's a world famous building
Yeah.
where King Kong climbed up the whole building and carried the helicopter and so on.
Yeah.
So we ran up the building and I got second place there. So it's quite memorable to me. I want to win the race.
Actually, does temperature or weather, how does it affect how you run? I know it's indoor sometimes. Like you mentioned Eiffel Tower, it's open air. if it's cold, can you run as fast, or can you hit your marks, or is it harder?
I can still run fast, but it's very subjective to the runner itself, because some runner, they are not used to cold weather. Like for people who live in Malaysia, hot day all the time. So when suddenly you got exposed to all the coldness, the cold air when they blow
And
on you,
wind,
it's
right?
like,
Yeah.
the cold wind blow on you, like you're like literally
Shaking,
Frozen.
like shaking all the time. So it's very challenging, especially when you hold the railing. The railing is also cold because the railing is all steel.
Yeah.
So it's somehow very challenging to me, but I pretty enjoyed the whole race. I
Right.
did quite well, I would say. I improved my time compared to the previous year.
Oh, so you like it cold? Okay.
What's
Yeah, I like
what's
it
the
cold,
next
actually.
what's the next tower that you're aiming to climb?
Next tower, I'm aiming to climb at Burj Khalifa. I'm actually trying to write into them. Actually, this Guinness World Record is just a stepping stone for me to use it and apply a permission to run at Burj Khalifa. I want
Oh,
to do
I see.
another Guinness World Record there. But if I cannot, I mean, I'm actually planning to do it at either KLCC or Burj Khalifa, the Petronas Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ran in the Twin Towers before?
They don't do any race so far, so no one knows where the stairs is.
Oh, right. Don't worry, we have another
building
building that's coming up. It's
400
second tallest in the world.
That's the tallest twin tower in the world, but world number, I think number 14 or 15 tallest building in the world for twin tower.
Our
The PMB, now waiting for the PMB.
Correct. How high is that? The second highest in the world, isn't it?
644 meter. They haven't completed the thing. But actually not the real height is not 644. I mean the 644 is included the antenna, the long antenna thing. So it actually can reach up to 500 meter only. Actually not that tall. Compared to Shanghai Tower, I ran the Shanghai Tower, the second tallest building. It's about 550 meter we climb. It's about 148 floor. That one took me 18 minutes to complete the whole thing.
Still,
you can still you can still say it in minutes, right? Like, it'll probably take us 2 hours to climb all the way or more. Anyways, now Wai Ching, you're now Asia's number one.
Yeah.
What will it take to become world number one?
I'm actually world number 2 at the moment. I just need another 10 points to catch up with the world number 1. And I hope there will be races coming back after the COVID. And then I can join the race and I bring up my points to take down the number 1. I'm actually just 10 points behind. And this year, February, for the first time in my life, I beat the world number 1, also the world champion for the first time. I raced with him since the first race overseas in Beijing, back in 3 years back when I traveled to Beijing. I raced with him. I was like 1 minute 45 seconds behind him. After 22 races, after 3 years, after 22 races between each other, we met each other so many races overseas. And early this year in Dubai, one of the 70 stories building, I beat him by 2 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's so disappointed, like, I beat him. And then I remember 3 years back when I spoke to him, said, I'm gonna beat you one day. I told him straight away like that. Then he said, yes, please. And then because he's like got no fight, he's very strong. And also he said if I beat him, then he wants to retire.
Wow. Where's he from?
He's from Poland. So his name is Piotr Lobozinski. So then after the race in Dubai, he said, Wai Ching, I need to retire. I still remember what he told me 3 years back. Then I said to him, please don't retire first, because I still want to beat you for a few more times before you retire. One time is not enough for me, I said.
But now that you've beaten him, you're not yet world number 1 because
Not
you
yet.
need the points.
Yeah, because I need the points. We need to the World Association, they count the best 8 races in 1 year in an annual calendar. So we need to join the high point factor race. Then I need to improve my ranking or get number 1 so that I got the highest point. Then only I got the highest point to be. Then we compare the point. Who's the highest point? Who will be the world number 1? So I foresee actually this year, if no COVID, then I already got world number 1. My goal for this year is actually get world number 1. Last year world number 3, and then previous year world number 5, which I achieved all the goals in a year that I set previously. So, but unfortunately, because of COVID, I can't do anything. Have to wait until next year. So that's one of the reasons I do the Guinness World Record, is to promote the sport and also promote for my sponsors.
Because you're a pro, because you've turned pro already. This is your daily job.
Yes, it's like my daily job. I'm a professional athlete like that. But I manage myself, everything. So yeah, like last year I flew 54 times in a year. So it's like I went to the airport very, very often. So
Okay.
travel here and there for about 20 to
50? How
30
many times? 50?
54.
54 times.
Every
54
week
times.
you're at the airport. My God, basically. Jeez.
Almost. So
So
like yeah.
how do you train when you're at like a hotel or when you're traveling?
So I run around the area. Usually people tour around, like they take the bus or whatever, they sightseeing. I run around. I use both my legs to run around and visit, and there's selfie here and there. So I train by running and also walking up the hotel staircase. Usually we stay at the hotel that provided by by the organizer, so we still get to train. And usually we don't train that much also because it's near to the race. So we only do some easy run around the place. And I always request a permission from the organizer for me to go into the staircase prior to the event, prior to the race. So I will record the whole building, the whole staircase of building. Then I can generate the data. So I know this building, turning right or turning left, all sort of tactical, how many steps, what's the step height, what's the railing like. So I know all this data is very useful for me when I come back again to race the same building. So everybody will ask me, Wai Ching, what's the stairs like for this building? Then whether turning left or turning right, how many refugee floor, all sort of information. I always share with them because I'm the only one collected all the data.
Right.
I
Because
like
you
to
like the
analyze it.
technicality of it.
No, and because he's a sports science graduate, so
Yeah.
he wants to use his sports science knowledge to help him as
Yeah,
well.
fully
Right?
utilize it. You have to fully utilize it. So people call me as a like sports scientist. They call it sports science athlete, something like that. For me, the other people, they just run out. They don't really care. Like I don't know, but for me, the more understand. I mean, when I understand the building more, the race course especially, then I can do visualization. I visualize myself run up the staircase. I got a video footage, so everything I can do a lot. I can train a lot, like at the same building before other people run at it. So this is one of the advantage that I got.
Can this be implemented in all sports, as in like the sports science, the science behind the sports? Can it be implemented in all kind of sports?
Yes, it's definitely can. You have to depends on the sport itself, but there's a way to do it.
Okay. Now, what
So you have to.
qualities must someone have? What qualities must someone have to be able to be a tower runner like yourself?
So yeah, to be a tower runner, first thing first, you have to understand your body well. Second is that you have to push above the mental level. It's like when you are tired, your brain tell you to stop, to slow down, but you're still able to push beyond that level. Like I remember one time when I run the half marathon, 800 meters to the finishing line, and I pushed myself until the end, and I collapsed before that. And then I got on the ambulance and then just did not finish the race. I was third placing at that time. Then the guy behind me was very, very far away. If I slow down and I walk the whole thing, I still got third placing. But I was chasing my time. I wanted to clock 80 minutes for half marathon. So in the end, I pushed really hard, and in the end, I collapsed. So that's one thing I would say, that you have to know where is your limit. During the run up, you have to constantly tell yourself you have to give in your best effort. Only until you cross the line, then you can lie down like that. You fall flat like that. You have to make sure you can push all the efforts, because I don't want. I mean, the runner, you might finish the race and you still happy, smile, and then walk like that. It's like, which means you're not pushing yourself. You're not putting in all the effort you should put in for the race. So I would say one of the criteria to be a good, I mean, for performance wise, you have to keep on push your best effort.
Okay. What would you say
Is the
to
line not
someone?
good?
No, yeah. Are we frozen? You are
No,
frozen.
we're
Okay.
fine. We're fine.
All
We're
right.
fine. Yeah, don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, but you all listen to what I say.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
heard you
yeah.
clear. Now,
Okay,
Wai
so
Ching,
that's
what would Now, Wai Ching, what would you say to someone who thinks that maybe they might be too old to start tower running? And if someone is interested, how and where do they start?
Okay, for people who think that they are old, I don't think, I mean, age is just a number. So ignore the number, ignore the age number, because 52 years old German guy, world number 3. So there's no reason for you to say no to the sport. You can start at any point of your life, walking up the stairs step by step. Do it regularly. Every day you can go for 10th floor. Take it, build it as a habit. Slowly you will get addicted to the sport, and then eventually you can progress more and more. The good thing is, I mean, there's another thing to take note, is that you have to make sure the stairs is like don't have the loss of all this dust. Some stairs are actually quite dirty.
Yeah.
People put the rubbish there, so
Yeah.
it's not good. So make sure you walk on good stair condition. The air is well ventilated. There's window for you to open. So that the air is actually ventilate.
Clear,
Yeah,
right?
better, cleaner. And also, if you want, clean up the stair just one time because you are the one using it. So no harm to clean the staircase. So yeah, and also try to incorporate that into your daily life. Like when you walk up the MRT, LRT staircase, people don't use the stairs. The stair is so clean there. So as I try to use it the stairs in your office building, like the TM Tower, Menara TM, the staircase is so clean and aircon, so good. So try
So
to
is
use those
Astro
stairs.
actually. Astro
Yeah.
staircase are air conditioned as
So
well.
mine, after 2 floors, I'm dead.
But we only have 3 floors.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
Yeah.
okay. 3 floors. There's a research have been done that if you walk 3 times of 3 floor in a day, then you actually can burn up to about half a packet of nasi lemak. The calories
Serious?
is up. Yeah.
Wow.
So you have
Alright.
to walk 3 times of 9 floor. Technically, it's like in the morning when you reach the office, you walk 3 times 3 floor. That means you walk up one time, take the lift down, or walk down slowly, and then run up, walk down slowly, run up, walk down slowly. So 3 times only. And then at the noon time before your lunch, you do the same thing. And then before you're going back home, you do it again 3 times of 3 floor.
3
So
times 3 lah. Okay.
Yeah, that means 9. That means one day 27 floor. That's
27.
it. You do
And you
three
only burn half a packet of nasi lemak.
Yeah, actually it's quite good in a way. You save a lot of time. 3 times or 3 floor won't take you like half an hour to 1 hour. You just run up 3 floor. Everybody can run up 3 floor and then they can rest.
It will take
So-
me a half hour.
No, that's impossible. We should do it together.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
you
we
have
will
to inspire
invite
me.
you over to Astro one
Yeah,
time
man.
to
Oh my
take
God.
up our three
That'll be a good
flight of
challenge.
stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually very benefit.
Yeah. Okay. So just start slow, right?
Yeah,
If we
start
want
slow.
to start. Mm.
Yeah, and make sure do a body check regular. One a year annually. Do a full body check to make sure that doctor give you a green light to start the sport. Second is that because when you do the body check, you also check your heart. Make sure all these sport. Because walking up the stairs is considered high intensity sport. Your heart rate will really, really go up quite high. So you have to know that your family history, there's no one got the cardiac arrest issue, or doctor will give you green light, then you can go. Second is that when you walk up the staircase, you got no pain at all for your legs, for your knees, for your ankle. Then you good to go. Slowly
Okay.
progress that. Don't do it too much, too fast, too soon. That's one of the issue that you get injured.
Now, as the founding president of Malaysia's Tower Running Association, right, Wai Ching? What are your hopes and dreams for this sport?
Okay, my hope is that one day the sport will be included in Olympic. That's the ultimate goal. Whether or not I'm the one represent Malaysia, or I might not be the one represent Malaysia, who knows, in 20 years time, I might not as the peak to be. I will still hope that tower running will be in Olympic sport. That's the first thing. Second thing is that I want people to think that Wai Ching is tower running is Wai Ching. That's the thing I want to do it. I want to leave a legacy behind. I want people to know tower running is the future of the sport.
Branding.
As you know, all the major cities in the world, the space are getting limited. So the buildings are getting higher. So I would say tower running is the future. And people got no time to do sports. So tower running save a lot of time. 10 minutes of stairs is equal to 20 to 30 minutes of walking on the park. So why you got no reason to do the stairs? And it's safe.
I'm very
So
inspired
that's what
now.
we-
I have
we-
2
we
flights
want.
of stairs here, so I can just walk up and down my home stairs.
Yeah, walk up and down. When you're free, the first thing in the morning when you wake up, walk up and down the stairs so that you alert. And then after you shower, you're like full of energy to do your things. You kick off of sweating first, and then you shower, then you can do your daily tasks. So I
Very
would say
inspired.
stairs is super, super good.
Okay, very
Yeah.
inspired now. JD, you should, you're on the 14th floor, right?
Yeah. Oh my
15th
God.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing
He's
in the
like,
morning when you wake up,
yeah.
go on the stairs.
He's like, when the lifts are out of order, it's like, oh no.
You know what? Now,
It's a
the moment I
nightmare.
order food delivery, I will take the stairs down, and then I'll take the stairs up also.
Oh, that's
You
very
can
good.
take the lift down. You need to take the stairs up.
Yeah. Take the lift down, take the stairs up. Yes, that's the right one.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Also,
thank you
we
so much, Wai
yeah.
Ching. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Also, another thing that also we hope that in the future, Malaysia will be recognized as. I mean, Malaysia is currently ranked number 6 in the world for the sports. So I want Malaysia to be ranked number 1 in the sport, in towering sport, and also Malaysia will be like the birthplace for tower running, like the country to hold the sport, so that people know that tower running, Malaysia tower running. That's also one of the things I want to do it.